Now, have you ever had to write an exam that you didn't do the studying for, so you pull an all-nighter, only to find that it didn't make a difference? You might as well have just slept. Well, that's because your brain needs sleep to consolidate memory. When you don't sleep, then your brain has problems trying to slot all the things in that happened in the day into long-term memories. Now, when you sleep, basically it does a main house cleaning. It cleans things up, it organizes stuff and puts things in the right place, right? Well, it also does three other things. It makes new connections, right? So when you have enough practice doing something, then your neurons are sufficiently stimulated to let your brain know that it'd be good to have a connection here with these neurons because these neurons are being used regularly. So it makes those connections. The second thing it does is it says, hey, these ones aren't being used. We should just downgrade those because we have a limited amount of energy here. So let's keep the usage down by getting rid of those unused neuron or connections, and so we don't need them anymore, so eliminate them or downgrade them. And the third thing that it does is it myelinates the good used connections, which makes them much easier to use. The energy is better transferred, it goes faster, all these different things in myelination. And so those are all good things. Without sleep, those things don't happen. So what does it have to do with habits? Well, when you talk about building a habit, basically a habit is a remembered action that you do almost automatically or totally automatically. So without the connections being built while you sleep, while you try to build a habit, then you won't be able to build those habits in. It takes a much longer time if that happens at all. So you have to have enough sleep, get the sleep to build the habits. With a habit, remember a habit's a remembered action. It is a collection of neurons that are all doing the same thing. A couple videos ago I did some juggling. Well, that action was built into my brain when I was young. It's a little old now because I haven't done it for a long time. But when you do that action, then your brain says, I'm using this pathway to connect my sight to my hands, to my all these different factors to make it easier for myself to do this activity. I'm going to make those connections stronger. That's what a habit is. Without sleep, it's degraded, right? You need sleep to improve this as much as you can, because there are lots of studies that are concerned with how long it takes to build a habit. Well, one of the factors to build a habit in a shorter period of time is to get enough sleep. So if you consider habits that are automatic, right? How about driving home from work? You drive home from work and half the time you don't remember what happened on the way unless you had to swerve around somebody or stop abruptly. It was like you don't even really remember it. And brushing your teeth, if it's a habit, then every day you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth. It's a habit. Tying your shoes is another one. You just tie your shoes. It's an automatic action that has been built over time by your brain while you sleep. This is why babies sleep, right? They sleep so much when they're first born because they're making those connections rapidly, and they need the sleep for the brain to make those connections. So, unless you get enough sleep, it'll take a long time to build those habits. So, get some sleep. Figure out how you can get to bed early and have enough sleep so that you can wake up without an alarm clock in the morning. That's the goal. If you wake up before your alarm goes off, that's where you want to be. If you're still having to wake up with an alarm, that means you're not going to bed early enough, which probably means you need to build on your sleep habits, which we should talk about soon.